We're live, folks. We are live. Yeah, as always, just like give me a second or two just to make sure we get the message out. Let's see. Nearly done, folks. Give me 2 seconds. Boom, boom. Eli, GM brother, how are you doing? Let's see. Opening DeGods right here, right now, and I'm kind of, who bought this one? Because you know what, like, it's a good one, right? I'm not sure if it's, I mean, like, the owner will probably kill me for saying this. Not the new owner, but like the old owner. I don't think it's worth 2x the floor price, but good job selling this one. Congrats. Appreciate you posting the stream, brother. Eli. Let's get it. We are bullish at the bottom, and you know what, folks? We're at the bottom. I refuse to believe otherwise. I refuse it. I'm getting like some chats in the room that what DeGods are like the alpha, which is, I mean, like, which is obviously true, right? Like, if they're going for like 2x right here right now, who am I to judge? But I don't think it's I don't think it's cheap. I don't. But still good, right? Who are we to basically dispute art? Like, it's a clean one. Like, you gotta give them that. Who owns this wallet though? I mean, like, obviously whoever is buying these has a knack for taste, right? This is a good collection. I like it. This is a damn good collection for sure. Who is that though? That's interesting. Well, what you gonna do, folks? Why? Let's get it. It's a good one. I am kind of dumbstruck though. I am a little dumbstruck. Anyways, like. So, you know what? Like anyone who's basically, well, Cat, like we haven't bottomed, right? Then what does this look like to you? I mean, like, guys, I'll tell you this one. Like, one thing which is absolutely nuts is like the way like the DeGods community is spending on their grills. Apart from the fact, nice. So, it seems that my good friend within like the DeGods community, Cramrock, has it. I believe through some lucky buys. Well, good for you, my man. It's a great one, and like the guy's been like hoarding on these fucking ductors, right? It's a nice one. It's a great one. There you go. Who has it? Anyways, like some other let me just like share like some of like the fucking the crazy ones which just got sold, right? Also, let me just there we go. A nude ice one sold for like quite like a substantial amount, I believe. This one is so good. I believe this one sold for like what, 60 Solana or something like that, which is what, 11x the floor price, which is just absolutely nuts, right? Like obviously this is one of like the better pieces within the collection for sure. Yeah, but like how can you dispute this? Like it's a nude, it's a nude mythic skin, which are pretty much like impossible to get your hands on. Let's just call it like it is, right? I mean, especially if you're looking at like the other versions of this one, DeGods 7990. DeGods 7990. Boom. It's kind of meh here. Here it's absolutely amazing, right? I mean, like, this is essentially why DeGods is still like this beloved to begin with. I mean, like, it's hard to compete with this kind of art. But the season 3 is, I mean, like, that's just nuts. Talking about like a good looking profile picture, right? I mean, like, to be honest though, like the guy who got it absolutely has a murderous role when it comes down to like some sick NFTs there. Some of like the most amazing looking ones. Very clean. Very nice. So I mean, like, make no mistakes, folks. Do not let speculators tell you that the NFT markets are dead, or that DeGods are dead, or like anything in that sense, right? Because like, it's just not fucking true. It's not. We are alive and kicking, right? Like, and especially here, within DeGods, where like people are just like spending massively on their grills, and anything in between, right? Like, I think like mid rares are like the ones which are having like the hardest time right here, right now. But yeah, what do you want me to say? For like a quote unquote debt market, you do have like a bunch of like collectors who still like to hoard on these things, right? Now, don't get me wrong though. I don't think that grills are considered cheap within the DeGods at all. I listed like 2 grills myself just to basically capitalize on like the price of like grills. If anyone wants to get themselves like one of the best looking Nebula skins, feel free. Only 65 Solana, folks. But make no mistake, like, as I'm telling you this is not considered cheap, right? Truth be told, you're probably the best off just buying floors, right? Probably as we would continue to go up, the ratio between like floors and grills would differ a little bit. But like, I mean, like, honestly, right? I mean, let's just call it like it is. We broke out, so what I expect, no financial advice, folks. I am a slightly autistic collector who likes cats. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not qualified to be your financial advisor, but I'm definitely qualified to speak my truth here, right? What I think is that we've broken out, right? We've closed 1, 2, this is the 3rd week above like the upper channel here. I think we're gonna get something like this. And this might actually go a lot higher. Boom. I would not be surprised if we would see something like this. Or maybe like not as high, who knows, right? But you get the picture. I think even though this should not be bought as a investor's asset, I do think that like the times of like NFTs just being bearish is like done. We very, very, very much have, I mean, boom, here's your capitulation phase, right? Let's just call it like it is. Euphoria, boom, fake out, boom, capitulation, plus anger, and here's your depression stage. And I think like it's gonna be like, again, I think like this is pretty much on the money here. And make no mistake, folks, like DeGods is definitely not that, not at all. Like Frank might not be here, right? But this ecosystem is kind of nuts, right? So we're in an ecosystem where people are paying like what, like 12x the floor price, 11x the floor price for one of like the best grills. And don't get me wrong, right? Like it's a mega grill for sure, but this is like the very, very, very best grill in existence. Again, it's up there, but like it's not like a 1 out of 1, right? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's extremely good, for sure. But it's not the best one in existence. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on the grill at all. All I'm saying is that, like, if you're talking about like 1 out of 1s or like other ones, right? Like, there are definitely some other ones which might go up for even more. Which is kind of nuts, right? If we are contemplating that we are literally, like, we're seeing like people paying more than like 10x for a grill. So yeah, I mean, like, realistically, right? Like, where does that put us, right? Like, where are we at within the market, right? Like, are we, what does this mean, right? Because like we're getting told that NFTs are dead and like it's never gonna be a thing anymore. Magic Eden just closed down like a bunch of like their activities on chain, on anything like multi-chain, really. So where does that leave us? I mean, like, I'll tell you guys like this much. I am just fucking ready for this because like you don't see anyone sharing like trade setups, being excited for NFTs, etc., etc. Guys, like, I had like founders on from Rogues, from Hacks, and these streams are like quite nicely perceived. Like, we get like what, like around like 200 live viewers, which I think is quite a lot. Maybe I'm on crack here, right? But like, I do kind of feel like if we are supposed to be dead, then why are we not dead, right? As a market, as a whole. You tell me. If NFTs were like supposed to be dead, then why do all of your favorite accounts still like rock a NFT profile picture? Scuffy, what's going on, my man? You must be feeling really good after winning that Hacks NFT. Ooh, so you bought the mythic trait. What did you buy? Can you share it in the chat? Which number? I assume it's a what? It'll be a hex, or like, can you link it in chat? Yeah, no worries, brother. For anyone tuning in, right? Like, whenever I have like number 361. Well, let's go. Whenever I have founders on, I basically want to make it like as good as I possibly can. Meaning, which one is it? Ooh, this one? There you go. That's nice. I mean, like, no matter like the rarity, like it's a good looking NFT. Congrats, man. That one is huge. But we are going like DeGods and Y00ts today. Why? Yours truly has quite like the amounts of like DeGods and Y00ts. Like, just being honest here, folks, right? Like, I'm definitely like chilling my own back now. Like, the real question is like, why is this my back to begin with? I think technically it looks as amazing as it can get. If this were a shit coin, your favorite KOLs and anyone and your mom and everyone would basically be shilling this one into oblivion. But I think this art is like as good as it gets. I think it's the best art on Solana. That's just my opinion. I mean, like, it's not obviously not the only DeGods definitely is not my only NFT, right? But I do think it's the best art. Now, if you're looking at like the market cap of DeGods, right? Do I own the DeGods in the background canvas? No. I used to own that one, but I traded it. I do have like I got like I just got like some other like nice girls, etc. But like this one used to be Frank's actually. It's quite like the nice story on this one. So Frank fucked off with his CEO role of DeGods, and then like a few days later he actually got drained, and then that like this one, there you go, got actually dumped on Magic Eden, and afterwards it got relisted again. So anyways, like I just like made some bids on it, and essentially I want it, and like I used this like I used to own it for the longest time. But what can you say? I just like I used to own it, and like the first thing I actually did was to like tell like the team like, hey, like guys, I won this one for like I believe I paid like 48 Solana. If you want it back, Frank can have it back. Like he has like a day to get it back for like the same price as I bought it myself. They said he wanted it back, but like he never fucking like reached out to me. So there you go. I mean, like that's how I pretty much like kicked off like everything within like DeGods on my end. And I mean, like afterwards I just like started building on my my collection, really, and rest is history, right? But I mean, like if we're talking about DeGods, right? Like guys, like just standing out there, I think DeGods is the #1 Solana NFT. I think like any other community would aim or like hope to get like a community like DeGods has right here, right now. If you would go to the, what's it called? The Discord. You would basically hope that like any community was like half as alive as like the DeGods community, and that's kind of like what it is like right here, right now. Now, just note that like most of like the transactions will be through OTC, right? Like people just like trading, buying without any marketplace. But bear with me, folks. So if you would just like have a look at like the market caps right here, right now, right? You see that DeGods is like the number 8 spot. Obviously, like it's rather low, right? Let's just call it for what it is. They did not get like a lot of hate, like they got a shitload of hate. But with that, also like a shitload of mindshare, right? I would say that like for better or worse, like people feel a certain way about DeGods, right? They're either scammers or they're retarded or they're the best, or like Frank is like the second coming of Christ, or like a reincarnation of the devil himself, right? So I mean, like, let's just say, like, just bear with me for like the sake of it, like DeGods, like they live in people's head without paying any rent there. Now, looking at from a market cap perspective, with like their mindshare being quite big. Now, this is where things will actually get like really interesting. There you go. 7-day volume. DeGods is way up there, right? Interestingly, like it was like spot number 2 earlier. But I mean, it's kind of like, it's what, at like 660 Solana, which is quite a lot, right? Like there's some kind of a discrepancy. Cafacino, what's up, fam? I probably butchered your name, but just bear with me. So isn't it interesting that basically the DeGods market cap, or like the volume, is like place number 3? It often is like between 2 and 3. Compared to like only the number 8 spot. One sec. One sec, folks. There we go. So keep that in mind, right? With the art being absolutely impeccable, in my opinion, right? Like you can like agree or disagree or whatever, but I think like DeGods is the absolute best fucking art on Solana. I mean, look at this. Just zoom into like the details of it, right? Like look at the blood basically sipping out of like the cracks, the turquoise stones, right? Shirts more than likely being ripped. It's not. But like also the way that there are several versions of like one NFT, right? So 2312. Now, don't get me wrong. If you got a chance, check out Bull Bears. They ranked 23 on Magic Eden today. Awesome art. Sure. Just so you know, though, Cappuccino, like if it's shit, one sec. Season 1 sucks ass. Season 2 is where the money is at, right? That's really good. Or at least like I find it like one of like, if not like the best art on Solana. Season 3 is like really cool too. Like it's a little different, right? Gaffacino, just so you know, like if it's shit, I will call it out for being shit, right? But I don't mind just looking at it. Bull Bears. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan, but truth be told, like I should just like dig into this. I don't see like any information on them, as in website or anything. Do I think if Launch My NFT is a good platform? I think like they're a solid platform. Like I would not like, to be honest with you, right? Like I wouldn't know. I haven't dug into them enough, but like I do think they're one of like the only platforms where you can like realistically launch your NFT, because like Magic Eden just like scrapped their launchpad, right? I mean, like honestly, like on this art, I'm not the biggest fan. I do not see like any kind of link to their to their socials or anything. So it's kind of hard for me to vouch for something if we don't know. Like I'll tell you this, that it does seem that people have been buying this. I've never heard of them though. I just don't see like any socials, right? But like price wise, I mean, like what can you say on like these projects to begin with, right? I would need to have like a look at their socials. It looks good on people buying. I'm not the biggest fan of the art, but like then again, like if you would look at Bodoggos, I do like Bodoggos. Their price action is horrible. I think their art is shit, but I do think like their community is pretty good, right? So yeah, I mean, like I would have to have a look at like the Bull Bears socials to basically say something useful about it. I must have heard of Devils, right? NFT Cat, the upcoming mints. Yes. Dude, like even better, I might get like if I can custom made 1/1 from Devils, which would be fucking awesome. Dude, like Devils is quite interesting, right? Because like the thing with Devils is that they started out as essentially they started out with being a derivative from DeGods and medievals, right? Because they started out as evils. And then they actually decided for themselves, like, hey, like, we don't want this. We actually want to step away from being a derivative in the first place. And we want to do better, right? Which I think is commendable, right? Like, obviously, it's not going to give any kind of guarantee for like the future or anything. Yeah, I think like they were getting some FUD. I believe because like they just like started out being a derivative, right? And historically speaking, like most derivatives are like pure shit. Like it really is what it is. Anyone who would not know what a derivative is, so it's basically a beta play to another kind of what's it called? NFT, right? So you would have for DeGods, for example, you would have nudies. And honestly speaking, I would never touch derivatives in an NFT to begin with, because fact is, more than likely, it's a rug, right? Yeah. I mean, like, I got, like, wrecked on Elisa. Wait. It's, I mean, like, the art was pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. I think it looks way better than nudies. It looks dope, right? But I mean, like, let's just call it like it is. Most of them are pure shit, and you're always kind of dependent on the success of the real one. So why not just go for the real one, right? Like, yeah, I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, I would just like stay away from derivatives to begin with, really. But yeah, I mean, like, no financial advice. You guys just do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? Me personally speaking, I would not touch it with like a 12-foot pole. So yeah. Plus, like, why would you? I mean, like, guys, like, look at the volume in DeGods, for example, right? Why would you want anything else? Like, this is great. Like, it's definitely a blue chip. Really, really, really good market cap, right? Like, they're cheap, they're fairly cheap, and they're getting traded a lot, right? So why not? Why not, right? Because I think NFTs are not bullish. I think they are super bullish. I think we're seeing like some clear sentiment shift in people from being ultra bearish to, well, either being depressed, or on the other hand, you would have many collectors stepping in saying that, Oh, getting to well, getting positions, right, within these collections. So again, no financial advice. You're listening to someone who's calling himself the NFT cat. However, I think like this is it. I really do. Plus, like, if you're listening to this stuff and you're like, so cat, what should I buy? You buy whatever you want, right? But if you want to decrease risk, I would suggest anyone to just roll with floors right here, right now. Really. And why is that? Because let's say for the sake of things, I would be right. We will be like, oh my God, this is the next thing. Oh wow. NFTs we're back again. If we will be trading at these prices, right now, some of your favorite grills might be 8x the floor price or something nuts like that, right? Whenever we're trading at, like, let's say 30 Solana, do you think your favorite grills will be trading at 240 Solana? Don't get me wrong. I would love you to be right in that sense, because like I got many more grills than floors. I just don't think it's going to work like that. So like right here, right now, we're kind of in a dilemma, right? Like, what are you going to get your hands on, right? Like, we're kind of in a place and time to where like grills are somewhat accessible against like the USD valuation, but like you're going to have to pay up. And I would kind of dispute really that whenever we be trading at like these kind of levels, that the ratios between like grills and floors will be like vastly different. So yeah, I mean, like, do without what you will, right? That's just, I mean, like, I'm quite sure like floors are just like the better option here from a financial point of view. From a collector's point of view, like, who am I to tell you what to do or not to do, right? But like, let's put it like this. This is like a really good looking DeGod. Being at the floor level, right? I think like this is like some great art. Just look at like if you zoom in, you see like the cracks and the scratches on the skin, right? You see like these fucking bones sticking out of the medallion. You see like some demon wings being all veiny and shit. Flowers popping up. I mean, like, you either like this or you don't, but like, if you're kind of, let's say, scared to make your first purchase, just buy whatever you like around like the floor level. You, at the end of the day, you really cannot go all too wrong with that, right? What I think, by the way, if we would be trading at like these levels, many of your favorite grills will probably be trading at like instead of like a 5 to 10x, I would say probably around like the 3 to 5x the floor, if it will be even that big. Plus, I mean, like, guys, like, just so you know, right, like, just look at this. This is like what, a 400-500% increase. If we would take that versus US dollar, 500% increase. Boom. I don't think that's this crazy, to be honest with you, at all. At all. Like, are you kidding me? Well, there you go, Scuffy. That's what you're going to do this week. Get yourself a DeGod floor. Probably not a bad idea. Again, like, you're listening to the quote-unquote, like, opinion of someone who's calling himself the NFT hat, right? But, like, I think at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, like, if you're like a hobbyist within this space, right, and you kind of felt like NFTs were ever going to be like the next big thing, and whenever like these MFers were at what, like 27,000 Solana, and you can buy like good looking floors, because like, make no mistakes, like, this is a good looking floor. This is a good looking floor. I mean, like, this is what I think like is a just like a regular floor, right? If you liked it fucking here, at these levels, you should absolutely love them at all-time low, right? And again, like, folks, I mean, like, no financial advice, like, sell your children, buy more NFTs, right? But just look at these patterns here, right? I mean, like, if this were a shit coin, everyone and their mom would kind of lose their minds for like this kind of setup. Don't take my word for it, but like, what would be like the bearish argument here? Let's say I'm wrong, right? Then it would probably look like this, and we would do this. I guess anything is possible in life. But again, like, well, many of us are like kind of hesitant to pull the trigger. We literally just had a grill being sold for 11x the floor price. We will see if that's smart money in hindsight, but like, people are definitely accumulating. Oh hell yeah, like, I'm super bullish on NFTs. Like, guys, like, you gotta, like, we are yapping on Pokemon cards, right? It's gonna be the next big thing. Like, it's only up from here. You see like so many conventions, you see so many people collecting. Why is everyone and their mom collecting Pokemon cards at like the all-time high? Things move in cycles, and like right now we're in like an NFT depression, which is absolutely amazing, because like that's like that's what you need before you start like the next move up, right? And I mean, like, if we can fantasize like a little bit, it could go like super crazy, right? To where you would have like something like this, boom. Sorry. Who knows? You might get something like this before you challenge like the new highs or whatever, right? Scuffy saying at the end of the day, it's art, bro. People don't get this shit, and it's part of technology. That was part 2 advance for time today. True, but you know what? Like, dude, like, at the end of the day, I just like to collect this shit, right? Like, if we can quite literally just like browse collections. I do not need to, like, there's the argument that if you prefer something physical, who am I to argue with that, right? Because like we all have our own like preferences. It is Pokemon cards, true. It's just digital, and I prefer it that way. It's way more secure, right? Like you cannot falsify a contract address, right? So all of these bozos saying, "Hey, I stole your NFT by like saving them." Well, there you go. There you go. Indeed, like you collect Pokemon, One Piece, comic books. Yeah, and NFTs are just like really cheap right now. The technology really did not, like the asset did not change at all, just like the human sentiment to it. I think like something like this is really likely. We will see, but you know what? I think like NFTs are definitely here to stay. And if not, so be it, right? But you know what? Like the fact that, I mean, like, I did not announce any stream. Like we got like, what, like 40 people tuning in right now, which is not a lot, but like it's still, we're supposed to be dead, folks, right? And here, like, there are like what, in about like 40 people streaming to like watching like some anonymous guy like yap on a dead asset. To those 40 people, make sure you engage with me on Twitter, the NFT cat _soul, and like and subscribe my YouTube, youtube.com/@the NFT cat. At the end, like I uploaded the newest video already. Recently I threw shit on founders for doing nothing, right? And I basically said like 6 things they should be doing right here, right now, during the bear market without like just like burning through their marketing funds. The next one who is gonna get it is Magic Eden, because I basically made like a list of 6 things they need to change in order to like better the landscape. Because you know what? Magic Eden is telling us they are refocusing on Solana. Then refocus on Solana. Stop just like pushing Gamblefy down our throat. Stop just like decreasing. Do better, right? Some of the things are like host spaces, right? Have like better vetting, improve your vetting process on your Gamblefy, really, because like sometimes like within like the Gamblefy they offer like pure fucking shit. Like it's true. Sometimes they include some horrible shit. Like they really do. Make it like shine some spotlight on like NFTs, right? Like I'm not gonna like tell you guys like the entire content of the video, but like I will release a message at the end of the stream, which should be like within half an hour or something like that. And I would invite you, because you know what? I think we should whip fucking Magic Eden back to work. Instead of telling and explaining and yapping on how much they love Solana, do something for Solana NFTs. I don't think that's too much to ask. I actually think like it's a really good idea. So anyways, on to the next. If anyone has something they would like me to have a look at, let me know. Also, be aware that tomorrow and pretty much, I mean, like, 26 hours and 10 minutes, we're gonna have like Solana strays on, which is like a really fun project as well. We are giving away one Solana stray. And the cool thing about like Solana strays, to be honest with you, is that this is actually one of like the cool new projects, really. Like, I'm a fan. Like, at the end of the day, like what they did or like are doing is they use like 20% of like all of the revenue to actually help stray animals, right? And that's 20% of the profit revenue, not profits. So, which is a ballsy move. Like, I like that a lot. So I'm happy to shine a light on those guys. I mean, let's dig through DeGods right here, right now. This one is pretty good around floor price, but like, you know what, like, folks, if you want to get into DeGods, coming from someone who has like quite a few nice little grills, floors are gonna serve you the best, right? Like, if you would rather than getting yourself like 2 grills, like, get yourself like 20 floors. Plus, you would actually like help us with regards to the floor price. And as we would go on in time, I think like the ratio between like grills and floors would be better. Now, is that if anyone is watching this and they're like, well, you know what? Nope. If you cannot contain yourself, feel free to sweep the floor. And I got plenty of grills to choose from. Hit me up. Let's make a trade. I'm always down to trade. But this stuff won't be cheap. Okay. Next, Y00ts. Bro, I'm gonna DM you after the stream if you don't mind. I'd like to invite you to something that's Loki's opinion. Yeah, sure. Like, anyone can send me a DM. Always happy. Always happy to give my unasked for opinion. Or if it's asked for, then I can also give it. No, happy to do so. Like, at the end of the day, like, anyone can consider me a friend. And I kind of do want to like keep it like a low entry barrier kind of thing. At the end of the day, folks, like, I'm one of the boys. Bullish at the bottom. This is Y00ts. I mean, like, same shit, right? Like, if this were a shit coin, like, you tell, like, guys, like, am I on crack, or would people be kind of like dying too long something like this, right? Like, historically speaking, I'm like, jeez Louise. Everything looks so solid, like ready to go. I mean, like, what are the monthly EMAs? Man, I would not be surprised if that... I can always be wrong on these kind of things, right? But like, again, like, there's so many people who are bullish at like these kind of levels. Where are you now? I mean, Y00ts and DeGods still are there. Like, the only thing which, basically, Scuffy's saying this is berserk. How do this NFT went down to DeGods? I mean, this is what you get, right? Like, speculators leave. Like, at some point, like, it's quite like easy. At some point, people are just like done buying. There's no one who feels like buying them at a higher price. And that's just the truth to it, right? Whenever like people come in feeling like this will be like the next kind of big thing, you gotta understand that people were earlier, right? And those people who were earlier probably took some profits along the way. I mean, man, like I'm either on crack or like these are the kind of like trade setups that dreams are made of, really. Again, like no financial advice. I'm not qualified for financial advice, but I'm definitely qualified to just like spot a good NFT. And this is fun looking art, right? Like I think like if so basically anyone who's not aware, Y00ts and DeGods are like the same community. Um Obviously it's like the DeGods project, right? And like the Y00ts, they are kind of the little brother, right? Kind of the SMB Gen 3 to the SMB Gen 2. That's kind of how I would compare like Y00ts and DeGods. Other than, like, I'll tell you this much, like, this art is so different. I think it's fun, it's good vibes, it's kind of cozy. Do I think Y00ts and DeGods are cooking behind the scene? I don't know. I don't know. I would hope so. If so, then we are rich, folks. But I don't think so. They might, but I'll tell you this much, right? Like, even if the worst case scenario that they would not be doing that, it will be kind of irrelevant because Y00ts and DeGods, right, which is like one community, they have the best community. It's the it's the most alive. People there are spending the most on their grills, right? It's kind of what anyone would ask for from their community. Now, don't get me wrong, like they still have like these kind of they have like dusties, for example, right? To where you basically, is it considered a rug? No. Why would it be considered a rug? They still have like these kind of like raffles, right? What would you need from someone to not be considered a rug? Because like they maintain the art, they maintain the website, they do things, but basically what you're asking, I would reckon, would be like, are they cooking something which will be giving me like 8 to 10x overnight? I'll tell you this much, right, Scuffy? Like this is like the problem with the thesis. MATLATs have been cooking, right? They announced their fucking airdrop, and the price started to shit the bed. At the end of the day, like it's consumers' behavior, right? Like that's really it. Who knows? Like we might like slip over banana peel and something is gonna, but like what? Like I believe they announced their airdrop something like here, and like the price dumped after. How do you explain that? So it doesn't matter, right? Like whether they are or are not cooking, like it's not about like those fuckers, and that's just the truth to it. Like it's about enjoying art. Like yeah. Yep, MATLATs made backpack and they gave them a 1% airdrop allocation in their ecosystem. But like guys, like I'm telling you, right? Like it's about like appreciating art, collecting collectibles. Like what is Pokemon cooking other than printing more and newer cards? you're only ever gonna have like one DeGods. And obviously that's the same for like every collection out there, right? But like I think like I don't know, like who knows? We might be surprised in a good way. And if not, so be it, right? Like who has been cooking these days? Like I think like some of like the newer projects are cooking. I mean, like medievals are definitely cooking. Hacks probably is cooking. Rogues probably is cooking. And I am sure that like there's a bunch of projects I'm missing there. But I mean, like, what you gonna do? Like, fact is, like, we collectors have been cooking, right? Like, we collectors have decided, or the market has decided, that we're broken out of this structure, which is definitely a wedge, right? Boom, 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 boom. So as long as we remain above this structure, which we are easily right now, we're not like heart rejecting here at all. God damn it. I believe we're going to go up. And we'll see how it's going to play out. But like, I think like this just looks absolutely amazing, really. I think like if I were wrong, which I don't think I am, to be honest, but like if I'm wrong, then it will probably look like this. Then it will probably, this will be like a deviation. We would do this and then do this. But I don't think I'm wrong on this. I think this one is just cleaner. We've broken out. I have no reason to think that this would not be correct. Plus, again, like, guys, like, this is just like technical analysis. Could be possible, could not be possible. Like, it can, like, whatever, right? But like, this is your opportunity to basically just like buy some of your favorite art, right? If there's something to where you're like, you know what, I kind of feel like this is kind of cool. Everything is like quite approachable in pricing, right? I think this one looks like pretty dope. 8786. I like that. I think that's quite cool. Anyways, Y00ts. A little bit quickly, because like I am going to round things off in a little bit. For Y00ts, I would like definitely recommend anyone to just like remain like rather close to full price. Y00ts have no rarity in trades, right? Like there's some more in demand trades for sure. For that, I would also like advise you guys, like if this is something you're into and you would like to learn more about, visit my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@the-NFT-cat. I made like a tier list on the most beloved trades within Y00ts to basically give you, it's subjective, right? But like it's a pretty decent image on like what are some of the more beloved traits within like the community, knowing that like all of the traits are equally rare in supply, right? Like every trait has been brought out like the exact amount, the exact same amount, right? So that's that. And for this, I mean, just go with whatever you fuck with, to be honest, right? Like some are, I like this one, right? Fairly close to floor. I like this one, fairly close to floor. I like this one fairly close to floor, but maybe you like this one better. Or you would like this one better. The thing with y00ts though, like there's no really like right or wrong. Like there just isn't. Anyways, folks, I mean like let me see if there's like some underpriced grills, but like we're already at what, like 1.3x the floor. I mean, like objectively, I think like this one looks like quite cool, but then again, like, do you think it's worth like 1.5x floor price? Does it look cool? Yeah, absolutely. Would you get back your funds, your money? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's going to be it for now. Guys, I appreciate like every single one of you like tuning in. It means the world to me. I don't think like NFTs are dead at all. Let me just share something with you guys though. This is my latest video. We are going to call out Magic Eden because they should step the fuck up. We are done with them yapping on refocusing on Solana, and it's just time to just like start acting better, right? So I would humbly like to ask you all, please follow the channel, share, and engage with the message, right? Because at the end of the day, I just need Magic Eden to do better, right? Because like if they cannot just fucking extract the entire time, right? I mean, let's just call it what it is. Like Gamblify is definitely more on the extraction side than like building like some kind of a economy. So yeah, I mean, feel free to share and engage with the message on like 6 things that Magic Eden need to do. I am sending it 3, 2, 1. Boom. It's sent through my Twitter. Please like and subscribe to like the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter. Like we are like a very small channel, only 249 followers, but all organic, and really thankful to have those followers, because like each and single one of them are interested in NFTs and like the collectability of things, right? So rather than being like an extractor myself, whenever times are easy, I would rather be here when times are a little tougher, right? When no one is bullish on NFTs, right? Because I think like this is the turning point, really. You heard it here first, folks. I think like we're going to shoot the fuck up, and we'll see. Things are lining up quite nicely. let's see how things will like change or not change in like the following while. If anyone has like any questions, feel free to DM. Happy to help in whatever way, shape, or form I can. And I think like that's kind of it for now, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys soon. Cheers.